In a sort of kind of-ish, relatively newer-ish video, you saw this 1980 International Scout with the Nissan Turbo Diesel make a journey from western North Dakota all the way to eastern Minnesota with no issues other than the terrible smell, basically. So it deserves to be cared on a little bit. So today we're gonna buffalate this thing and just make it shine. Boop, 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 boop. There you go, little fella. Guess I'm going to clarify for the four of you that went, shine? There's no paint left. I understand that. I see that. What I mean by that is we're going to take the patina here. We're going to wrap it up and put a bow on this thing like you've never seen. Well, probably a few times on this channel actually, but we're going to make all the paint on here nice and shiny, and we're going to bring it into this kind of rusty primer look and just try to make the whole thing kind of blend together as a nice patina package, but put a little sparkle on it. So let's get this thing backed out. First step is a nice hand wash with some top secret chemicals. Well, step 16 of 49 is, will this thing even start? She's been sitting here for, I don't know. It's been sitting here is what I'm saying. This headliner's getting aggressively lower. I'm running the GPs right now. Known in Wyoming as gold plugs. Gonna hit the start button. Come on now. Almost. It was almost there. Just a little more Wyoming, and I think it's gonna bark right off. Bring the thunder! Oh no. Bring it again! It's so close. Did I ever check if this equalizer worked? I think it did. Probably doesn't. Yep. Psst. It's getting worser, but more better. Okay. Now I'm just getting angry. No, I'm really not. It's been sitting for a while. Are these good gummy bears? Can't be. Maybe they are. I'm gonna give her a little bit of laughing gas. I engaged about 47.32 ounces of laughing gas. Basically, the air filter element's gonna light on fire. That's fine. A little bit more Wyoming. Bring it. Yeah, that horrible ball peen hammer on concrete sound is way too much starter fluid. That's fine. Idle it up a little bit. Then we're gonna let her sit for a second. It's actually a really good running engine. They put an ether button in there from the factory, so I'm assuming it likes a little every now and then to get fired up, but once it's running, this thing is just, I can't believe I'm about to say this word on this channel. Reliable. What is that banging? Is that your door? This is relatively mind-boggling squared, so I had to show you. This has been sitting here since whenever it was I brought it back. Not a single drip from that vehicle. Engine, transmission, transfer case, axle seals, axles themselves. I just don't understand it. That probably means I need to sell it because it's too good, basically, for me at this point. We've got ingredients over here, you know, to make this happen correctly. The reason the guy's doing this is I'd really like to get all this chalky paint off, see? And what that's going to do is save us 48.27 and 64th years cleaning out our wool pads and buffing pads. Guy gets this top layer off. It just goes a lot easier if you got the time. We're going to put a lot of this Ajax. It says triple action on it, and there's like an orange exploding. Seems like that'll do something. Follow that up with some old school Ajax powder. Why pay more? 33% more, I guess, than the 21 ounce right in this thing. This is the old school powder, like 50 stuff. That grass will never grow again. It's basically bleach, fragrance, and some sort of grainy gravel stuff that I really like. Then we're gonna spritz in some purple power. Not sure why. This bottle was really dirty and I'm trying to use it up. I think that's mainly why. We're gonna start off with a white Scotch pad. You know, we're gonna use this to wash it. This is the lightest or least abrasive in Scotch-Brite pad line. They change colors. Goes to gray, then a different gray, then green, and different green, and then let's go to brown or maroon. Nope, goes to maroon, dark maroon, really dark maroon, brown. Then I think there's a different brown, or the darkest brown. Anyway, there's a scale, is what I'm saying. We're gonna use this because we're not gonna make a bunch of scratches, and then we'll come back with this $2 Harbor Freight sponge and just bring it all the way down. Even gonna do the roof where there's no paint. There's just a lot of moss and mold and stuff. Remember, this old Tiger's been sitting out in the weeds for a long time, haven't you? He said, yeah. Bentley here has been trained in the art of washing junk, so he'll get us mixed up. See that nice pattern he got in there? That's important. Then comes the Ajax powder. This is probably where you're really gonna pack the punch.
That's way too much. Perfect.
Just 2 splashes, not 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and then we'll hit this with some water and mix it up. It should smell horribly bad, sting the nostrils, and also foam violently.
How do you do that?
Well, I got a big Sasquatch thumb, son.
I got a baby thumb.
Yeah, you'll get there someday. Just jam the hose in it, it'll self-feed. There you go. So we're gonna wet her down, and you know the deal. Start at the top, work our way down. We've already got some spray away that's soaked in on here and dried about 2 weeks ago. Should take those bug guts right off. This window, if you watched in the last video, actually cracked while going down the highway. And by the by, if this is the first time you're seeing this rig, I would highly recommend watching the revival of this first, because then you'll get an in-depth, I don't know, tour or something. We talk about it more, just whatever. This definitely isn't going to change. We've got a difficult decision coming up here pretty soon after washing it, and that's whether or not we run the buffalator over this stuff. Won't make it shiny, it'll make the color more black. Or do we bring in the shine juice, because it sparkles out of her, and then try to blend it into this paint like I've done on the Dodge and a few other vehicles. We'll just have to kind of wait and see how it turns out, but I'm really liking all the different colors on this. It's got a very unique look. Just stop. Let's collaborate and listen. You don't need to use 74 different compounds here, fellers. Let's save some money and keep this simple. I've seen other folks use a cutting compound and a medium polish compound and a finish compound and then a hand wax it. And why are you doing that? You don't need to do that on these old rigs, especially if they got patina. Just get a decent cutting compound like this. This is a turbo cut by Wizards. I don't know, it's got a wizard on it, stars, and he's doing some sort of magic. Works for me. Used it in the past. It's a great cutting compound, leaves a shine. That's all you need to scoot down to bingo, swing by the hardware store, grab some cold snacks, and head home. I'm gonna test it out on the hood first, see if that changes the color. I'm kind of hoping it turns it darker black, but might just stay brown. Not sure. We'll find out. If it doesn't change the color, good news, I guess. We're gonna save a whole lot of time. Then we only need the polish, you know, where there's paint, basically is what I'm saying. I'm gonna do a test panel on the fender as well, show you how that turned out, and then let's get this thing, let's wrap it up. Let's get her done. I got the front fender done, 8.2 sheet, but this is gonna look at least 17.76% better than I thought it would. The colors are just, you know, they're jiving, as the hip kids say. Let me show you this. So I tried the hood, didn't get a color change. It just made it more of a worser brown color, really. Did shine up the front of the hood though a little bit, but I did this fender, and man, does it look good. This color blue must have just been amazing when it was new. So ideally, and I'm pretty positive, all of the blue on the truck is gonna look like this. Then it'll be fading into this black, which is really cool, and then into like the natural kind of brownish rust color. Some of this compound I'm gonna have to wash off again where I was testing it, but this thing is gonna look really nice when it's finished. I like it. I like it a lot. Look at the difference between the fender and the rest of the truck. We know we got it clean because all the grease marks from our hands around the doors and stuff like that, and where we were testing it, the kids were drawing in it. All of that's gone, so that tells me that that chalky paint, kind of that first and second level paint, is gone. Things are just, you know, they're going really good. I could probably make some socks, actually. Jessica! I need help! Might as well learn on you some tricks while I'm going through this. When a guy is polishing up a rig, new or old, don't matter, you just gotta whip your eye down the rig, figure out where you're looking at, and that's where you focus your attention to. Usually around badges, mirrors, handles, in this case gas caps, but most commonly ridges down. You get a front fender glance, it dips, and it comes up the rear, especially on pickups in the box. It's going to be on the top of the box and down. We got a gas cap down here, and for me, when I scan this puppy, my eyeball shoots into that pretty quick. So I've spent a lot of time making sure that we've got the best shine possible kind of in this region right here, and that's going to pay off when this thing's scooting down the road and you want that 58-foot look. But I always kind of do that when I get a rig and I start polishing on it. I'll just kind of figure out where my eye wants to go down the old unit, and that's where I'll spend most of my time. Unfortunately, where this is burned is kind of where people typically look, but as long as it's shiny under it, I think we might maybe be okay. As I've been polishing and covering myself with lanolin, I've been thinking, wonder if a guy gets new wheels and different tires, maybe something really aggressive, and then when I sell it and include the original set? I don't know. You guys bleep bloop it. Maybe we even put a new seat in here, recover this. Doll it up just a little bit. Not sure. Could happen. Just finished up. It needs touched up in a few different areas. Yeah, and it's gonna need a wash again. Get a lot of the excess compound off. But it looks really sharp. This blue must have just been absolutely amazing when it was new. The color looks really nice. The camera just doesn't do it any justice, if I'm being honest. I'm not even sure what the actual name of this blue is. If you know, let me know, because I'd like to know. I might use it in future projects, but it turned out really good. And again, that blue with the black and the brown. But this is what I'm talking about. A quick wash, get that compound off. Clean up the wheels a little bit. I'm really thinking some black wheels on this. Maybe put some of them LED lights up front instead of these busted out things. Replace the windshield. Just some basic things. And then send her down the road, you know. Nice looking truck though. Sure, turned out nice. This lanolin, just everywhere. Well, there you have it. Nice, cheap, easy way to put some shine on the going to town rig. Just keep her simple, fellers. Keep the cost down, have fun doing it, make it simple. This one turned out awesome. I have a feeling you're gonna see it again. I just can't stop seeing this thing with different tires and wheels and a couple different upgrades, so maybe it'll be back, not sure. Bleep bloop your suggestions down there in the comment section. I'll take a gander at them. Thanks guys for watching, appreciate it very much. We'll see you next time. All right, tacos and cold snacks. What's this hardware for? LP plate. Oh, but it's not mine, is it? Nope. They never are.